Hello everyone and welcome to Mountain Lake Journal. I'm Tom Halleck. This week, a new professional baseball team is playing its first season. Here at Chip Cummings Field in Plattsburgh, the Empire Pro League showcases dozens of young players hoping to get a shot at playing in the majors. When he finished his career as an all-star center fielder at SUNY Plattsburgh, Danny Roser never imagined he would someday return to Chip Cummings Field as a professional player. His dreams of getting drafted and playing minor league ball were dealt what for many is a career-ending injury when he tore ligaments in his throwing arm. He had what's known as Tommy John surgery, but was never sure he'd ever get another shot at playing pro ball. That is until this spring, when he heard that an independent league was looking for players.
I always wanted to play professional. It's been a dream ever since I was a kid. Having the arm surgery definitely delayed the process. I got to the point I really didn't know if it was going to be able to happen. Most tryouts are not done like this league's tryout. I got frustrated with going to tryouts and you get told right away you have no shot. You know, they have specific people they want there. They do the tryouts for a community. This tryout, you had a week to impress 4 coaches. I've never had an opportunity where it's so open like that.
This is our hometown hero here, hometown hero.
And he was quite surprised when he learned he was being drafted by the league's newest team in Plattsburgh.
We had an opportunity to be taken by any team, so it's just, I'm blessed and lucky that Plattsburgh was the one that was interested in me, so it really couldn't have worked out any better for me.
How's it going to be coming back to Plattsburgh, playing at Chip Cummings Field again, and now as a professional baseball?
I honestly, as corny as it sounds, I have goosebumps right now. Like, I got to talk to my parents about it last night. I knew it was going to be cool. I didn't realize how amazing it was going to feel running back out there. You know, you run out and it's a big outfield, turn around, and it's that same view I had for years here that I absolutely loved. It was some of the greatest years of my entire life were spent in Plattsburgh.
So where do you hope this leads you?
I'm 28 years old now, so I have to really, bust it. Being a little younger might make things a little easier, but the work ethic, nothing is going to change there. Everyone here, I think, is taking it as we're going to push as hard as we can every day. Thank God for the opportunity we have, and anywhere that it goes from here, I'm accepting with open arms.
You hope it would lead to a minor league scout?
Absolutely, absolutely,
catching on with the
absolutely.
Minor league team.
And age is a silly thing to even throw out there. I have been told so many things. You have to put any kind of naysayer out of your head. Not everyone had a Tommy John surgery. Not everyone had, the path that everyone has taken to get to this point. There's people here 20 years old up to 29, 30 years old. So everyone's path to get here was different. We're all just excited to have this opportunity, and for me, for this didn't come out of nowhere. I play baseball still every year when I'm home. Every summer I have a really good competitive wood bat league that I'm lucky to stay in shape for. But coming here, I never knew this was going to be. If you had told me this a year ago, I would have said you're out of your mind. I didn't think it was a possibility. So I'm so lucky, so blessed that I have this.
And like every player on the field, Danny's hoping to impress not only the fans, but the scouts coming to watch them play. And Eddie Gonzalez is President, CEO, and Director of Baseball for the Empire Pro Baseball League. Welcome. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
The Empire League has 4 teams down in the Catskills, Old Orchard Beach, Maine, a team in Puerto Rico that's traveling here in the United States, and the Plattsburgh RedBirds. And the RedBirds, the newest team, kicking off their inaugural season. Why did you choose Plattsburgh?
I was in a position where, as a league and as a developmental organization, we were looking to either expand or find a new location for a team. And initially, when we were trying to grow, we had gotten all these emails where we were being requested, hey, come bring a team here, or what does it cost to franchise a team here? And I was just like, at this point, for what we're doing this for, we just want a good area where young men can be, really trained and developed into professional baseball players. But with that comes some additional things that most people don't think about. What kind of impact can you leave, in a community? Will there be children that will have something positive, a positive influence that they can look up to, like a ball player, And a wonderful sport like baseball can provide that. And so you look at the little things, not just, oh, okay, we're looking for a nice town where that has a nice baseball field that we can play in. That's not the only thing we're looking for. It's beyond that. I said, what else can we do? Can we provide fun, affordable family entertainment in a community that's actually going to be supportive of it as well? You know, I think it's a win-win. It's good entertainment for the community and a positive influence for the community, not just entertainment. And then it's also providing a dream opportunity for these guys. All those put together is what I looked into where we're putting this new team at. And it's thanks to actually at SUNY Plattsburgh, the college, some of their baseball coaches, Coach Burns and Coach Dury there, had emailed me priorly about a year and a half ago, I think it was. We were in the middle of a previous season when they emailed me, and at the time we're in the middle of a season. We're not looking to expand. We're not, we're not like, all right, we're dying for a new place to put a team. At the time, it was more of a, we'll let you know when we're ready. And so some months went by and things worked out, in a situation where we were like, okay, we're in a position now where we can look or start searching for a new town. And so I thought back out of the many emails that I get from players or whatever wanting to be a part of something like this. I thought back from a year prior to that email. Some guys try to reach at me from some place in New York that they thought this would be a great place for a team. And I started searching, emails, years worth of emails, and I found that email. And it was Coach Dury and Coach Burns, and it was like, we'd love to invite you to come see if there's a possibility of putting a team here. I started traveling up here. I made several trips, analyzing the situation, getting to meet people in the streets, walking around the streets of Plattsburgh and the town and getting, and once they got wind of it, it was like, forget it. Please, welcome here. Put a team here. It was so welcoming. I've never had this experience in my life. We were very welcomed with open arms, and I was so grateful and thankful for the people and everybody saying, lending a hand. What can we do? Whatever you need, whatever it will take. If you think this is a fitting town, it would be wonderful to have a baseball team here. And that was the icing on the cake for me. I said, well, it's not only is there a beautiful facility at Chip Cummings Field, not only are the people at the college fantastic and everyone has welcomed us all tremendously, but my experience on the streets, everybody was just like, we can't wait for you guys to come here, and we can't wait to help support it so that it grows and it can survive being here. Obviously it takes funding to be able to operate something like this. Most people don't know how difficult this is for me. We're not running multi-million-dollar operations. It's not a multi-million-dollar stadium, where we're making millions in advertising and selling 20,000 tickets every single night. No, this is a small, low-budget operation.
The city has welcomed you with open arms.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, and the mayor was, the first one to come out with one of the first news releases that came out. He said, we want to welcome you guys with open arms. We're rolling the red carpets for these RedBirds.
Explain the league a little bit. This is for players who probably have graduated college, didn't get drafted by a major league team, aren't in the minor leagues, but this is a chance to still play professional baseball, and the hope is to get noticed by the scouts.
The number one hope for these guys. They're not doing it for, they're not just doing it just to play. Yes, they enjoy playing, but their goal is they have a vision, just like I had a vision. This was my vision. And I'm trying my best to put it into reality. Their vision is someday, putting on a major league uniform. I think at this level, anybody that plays baseball at this level just wants to put on a major league uniform, one day, one try. And they are willing to do anything to achieve that, especially while they have the chance, while they can. So these are young men who are, most of them are not married and haven't moved on to that phase in their lives where they're all working and moving on with their careers. They just graduated college, or they have already signed to they've already been drafted by Major League Baseball. And let's say that they just probably were not a high draft pick, not a lot of money invested in them, and they were given limited opportunity. They tried it out for a year or two with whatever major league organization they were a part of, and they were probably, not their top prospects. So they were just given a one-year opportunity and kind of released to bring on the next batch of players. Every year, hundreds of players are drafted into the major league draft, which means hundreds have to be cut. They're given their shot and they released on. And so, you get very talented guys that just get missed because of how the system is, especially in college. Every year I find a tall left-handed pitcher throwing 94 miles per hour. And I'm like, how come no one's ever seen you? Oh, well, I played for this small college up there in wherever, Wisconsin, and you know, there weren't really a lot of major league scouts going up there to watch games, you know, or whatever the case may be. That's just one example. But they got overlooked, you know. I don't care where you're at, a left-handed pitcher throwing 94 miles per hour, somebody has to see that. And so guys like that see an opportunity like this as a dream opportunity, and they go, there I can go, and now I really can get noticed. You know, I can get looked at, and I can go and show my skills in a, you know, low-level independent professional baseball league. You know, and people are going, yeah, how low-level it is. Well, you should go interview some of these fans, because they were shocked. You know, these fans were going, wow, I didn't expect the players to be as polished as they are. I mean, the RedBirds are a perfect, I think, 9 for 9 turning double plays right now. You know, limited mistakes, throwing over 90 miles per hour. They didn't expect it to be that caliber of talent. You know, we really put some of the best national camps together, and guys come from all over hoping that they can catch on, and we try to put together, you know, the best teams to compete against one another, but all as one. You know, we're all with the same mission. How can we help these young men move up? And after one day of league play this year, just one day, if you saw the news of opening night, the right-hander that threw the 9-inning shutout, you know, I made a phone call right after the game. I said, this young man did excellent and he's ready to go. And then the very next day, he's now playing in the Atlantic Professional Baseball League, which is...
Oh, he is. He got called up.
He got called up just like that after one day. Now he goes from playing at Chip Cummings Field with 200 fans, and today he's pitching in front of 10,000 fans in a multi-million-dollar stadium and getting that major league feel. And from there, he goes out there and he performs good and hangs in there for a year or two, and you'll be amazed. You could see that guy, young man that pitched right here at Chip Cummings on the very first day of history. You can see him in a major league ball field. It happens. There is a way. There is a route. It's possible, but most people don't know that.
And your league is young, but there have been similar leagues. Are there players that will make the jump to the minor leagues and then do make it to the majors?
Yes. In our very first year last year, actually he would have been a returning player this year. Right now, from the Sullivan Explorers team, a young man named Nate Coronado, who came to our league because he wasn't, you know, he just didn't have an opportunity to play anywhere else. He's making a great impact with the Colorado Rockies organization. 2 months ago, he got picked up and signed, just thankfully, just because he played in our league last year and was able to put up numbers, and this is what he did. And now the young man is in the minor league system for the Colorado Rockies and doing fantastic.
And for some of the guys, it's maybe their last shot. You have a player, Danny Roser, who was a Plattsburgh State player, and as soon as he got out of college, he had an injury. He tore a ligament in his arm. He had Tommy John surgery, and for him, he was waiting a few years and waiting and didn't think he would get another shot, and then lo and behold, here's an opportunity for him.
And that's how it plays out. You know, that's unbelievable. Most people would quit or give up or say there's no shot for me. He rightfully went to a tryout and did what you're supposed to do. He earned a spot. And it just so happened that the team that drafted him was Plattsburgh. So it wasn't like, oh, there's a local kid, let's put him in.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just crazy how it all worked out.
That's what he said. We talked to him.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, it's like, who would have known, who would have thought this? It almost looks like it's planned out.
It does.
but it's not. No.
Yeah, we chatted with him just a few minutes ago. We just saw that. And he said that I never thought I would be coming back to Plattsburgh, but what an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? That's exactly, he's also a perfect answer to that question. What is this league about? Well, it's not just those guys that were overlooked and didn't get scouted or the guys that got released from affiliated from college. It's also for that very talented young man who may have suffered an injury and thought his dreams were, because of the injury, came to an end. Now he has an opportunity to actually show that he's recovered, he's coming back from an injury, and now he can get back into the track that he was on when he was done with college and thought it was all over. He's like, well, now I'm healthy, now I can start all over again, and this is my route. I got to do good here, and I do good here. Between myself and our scouting program, we'll help him get to that next level. And worst case, if it doesn't happen, he can say he was a professional baseball player, even at this level. And he gave it his best. He gave it his all. He made a comeback from an injury that it's not easy to come back from. And now he's living that little bit of a dream, but he's here, putting himself in that position where he can succeed.
Eddie Gonzalez, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much for having me. Thank you.